This is a podcast of 98FM's Dublin Talks. Remember, catch the show live Monday to Friday at 10 a.m.
98FM's Dublin Talks with Adrian Kennedy.
98FM.
Lisa, you're on 98FM. Hiya, Lisa.
Well, Adrian, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Lisa. What did you want to say on this?
See, I do love topics like this, because this is something I often talk about with my man. You see, my man doesn't look at other women, and I know he doesn't, because he told me.
Because he told you?
Well, I provide all the woman that my man needs. Any more and he'd have a heart attack.
I thought you were going to say something else.
So did I, but...
Well, that too. You can't keep your man happy, lads. He's going to go looking elsewhere, and that's just the way it goes.
So your man told you that he doesn't look at other women?
He said to me, Lisa, you're the light of my life. Why would I look at other women? He was looking at the baby she was carrying. No, he wasn't lying. I thought he was looking at her.
So hang on. An attractive woman walked past the two of you holding the baby, and his head twisted around, his eyes out on, what's that expression?
His eyes popped out of his head.
His eyes out on...
but you thought the baby looked real cute. He wasn't looking at her. I thought he was looking at her, and we had a big fight, and I stormed off. And then he said to me, but you're the only woman I need. You're all the woman I need.
Just bear with me 1 second. Let me write that one down. I was looking at baby. I love that one. That's brilliant.
Well, he likes children. You see, we'd like to have another one. So I don't know what the problem is that he's looking at the baby. He thought it was a cute baby.
And was the woman carrying the baby, was she attractive?
Well, I thought so, yeah. She wasn't as attractive as me now, but she was attractive.
Like she was as tall.
So, Lisa, what you're saying is your fellow doesn't need to look at other women, and if he did, you'd kill him.
Yeah, like I'd go mad if I seen him looking at another girl. I'd go crazy. Like,
why?
I don't look at other guys, really.
Why would it bother you?
Because, you're going to bed with me at night, you're going out with me, don't be looking at other girls unless you want to go and be with other girls. And not only that, but I make an effort for him. I do straighten my hair and sometimes put on dresses and stuff. I do make an effort for him, so he doesn't need to go throwing the eye somewhere else.
But
if
someone really loves you, they're not going to look at
okay.
I think true love is not ever looking at another person.
True love. Hang on, let me just
but you agree with that as well, Adrian?
What, true love is never looking at another person?
And Adrian, the time I met you down when you were in the big box, you were looking at me funny all the time. I was standing there.
I was looking at you funny.
Do you remember the time you did the box with the money?
Yes.
The box
and
with the
money,
money,
yeah. And I went down and you were looking at me first funny, you were looking at me, and I was just I just knew you were looking at me.
So what, do you think I was eyeing you up? Do you?
Yeah, and my fella was across the road and he seen you.
You see, here's a twist in the story. Hopefully we get to talk to this person. God love you, by the way, Adrian. Here's a text message from a fella. He says, lads, I have it on both ends. That's not nice. But he says, my girlfriend of 5 years is bisexual, and it doesn't bother me. She looks at men and women. I can't handle that.
That's fairly hairy, all right.
I could handle my missus looking at men, but if she's looking at men or women...
I'd love to hear from you on 6797981. Does it bother you if your other half eyes up other men or women or both?
There's a lot of text messages coming in that don't believe that your fella turned around and he said, I never look at other women.
You there, Lisa?
Huh?
Are you there?
Yeah, sorry, I was just looking at something on the telly.
Your fella told you that he never ever looks at another woman?
Well, one time I seen him, I have a really good looking cousin, and he was looking at her. And I know he was, and there was a big massive row, and she's really, really good looking.
Yeah.
And so I got really annoyed, and I was like, you don't look at other women, and he still maintained that he wasn't. But I got so annoyed, I moved out for a couple of days, and he was like a little, he's like a little lamb then around me for 2 weeks after me buying me presents.
Sorry, just because your cousin was attractive, you got...
No, my cousin is gorgeous.
Yeah, fine. She's gorgeous. He looked at her, as most men probably...
I know, but if you're going to be looking at a girl, you shouldn't be looking at, sisters or aunties or cousins.
But if they're good looking, they're good looking.
Well, I'm sorry, you don't look at me cousin.
Why?
Because, that's family. You just don't do that. I got really annoyed and I went to stay with Mammy. And she was just she thought I was overreacting. But I was like, Mammy, if you love someone, you don't do that. Do you know what I mean? You don't look at other people. You just look at the person you're with because that's who you want to be with. I think so anyway. Like, I just think it's very disrespectful. Like, show me respect, like.
Okay, but hang on. You know, human beings are human beings and we're attracted to good-looking people. So you're telling me that if he even looks at a good-looking woman, there'd be murder?
Yeah, like, don't look at even a woman on the street, let alone my cousin. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't look at other women. I am there for you. I'm all the woman you need. If you need me, here I am. Don't go looking at other women. I'm standing here beside you, or I'm at home, or wherever. Maybe down to Mommy's. I don't know. I just don't think it's appropriate.
So the bottom line is he is not allowed to look at other women, but he says he doesn't look at other women.
No, he said that the lady on the street that he's looking at her baby, but I do believe him. Like, I don't think he'd lie to me. He's not that kind of man. He's not a liar, and he doesn't look at other women. But I just had my doubts for a while. But now he knows that I feel really strongly about it. Like, if we were to go swimming or go into a sauna and I seen him looking at another woman, like, I'd be really annoyed. I'd make a show of him in front of her. I'd be like, why are you staring at that girl? I'm perving.
And perving? There's nothing
yeah,
perving.
Like, it's real pervy. Like, you're walking down the road. I get it all the time. Always men like wolf whistling at me and shouting at me and stuff. And, like, you're walking down the road and you're like, stop perving. Stop being such a big dirty perv looking at me. I don't know why men feel the need to do it.
I don't think there's anything wrong. I don't think it's pervy for a man to look at another woman because he thinks she's drop dead gorgeous.
Well, your heart is supposed to be with who you're with.
I mean,
not looking at her cousin.
It sounds to me, and the word is cousin, by the way. There's no T at the end of that word. It sounds to me that your fella would need to wear blinkers when you're out with him.
No, he doesn't need to wear blinkers because he doesn't do it. Like, when we go on holidays and all, and we go walking off the beach and there'll be girls with their boobs out and all, like, he wouldn't even look sideways.
Or else he's looking through his sunglasses and you can't see him looking sideways.
Oh, no, he's not allowed to wear sunglasses on the beach.
Why?
If I can't see them eyes, we're not going to be walking on the beach, and that's the end of the story. Like, that's just all women, and any woman that says that she doesn't mind, she's a liar. Every woman wants her man just to look at her and to appreciate her. If he's looking at other women, sorry girls, he doesn't love you. He wants to go and get it on with Mary down the road. Well, I tell you, that time I went to stay in Mammy's now, he was like a lamb afterwards, buying me everything that he could.
Lisa,
take me out for dinners and take me everywhere. Eddie Rockets.
Lisa is an insecure psycho, says one of our texters. What do you say
I'm
to
not
that?
insecure at all. Like, I'm a fine thing.
Right.
As I said, I provide all the woman that you'd need ever.
But if you're providing all the woman that he needs ever, you should be secure enough in your relationship that it wouldn't bother you if he looks at somebody else.
Well, if you look, it's not that it bothers me. It's not the act of what he's doing. It's the fact that why would you need to when I'm here? And I'm like, I'd be quite sensual.
Really?
So I don't see why he would feel the need. Like, I'd be very seductive with him, and I'd kind of cater to his needs, and I keep him very happy. So for me, it's very disrespectful and a little bit upsetting that he'd go and look at some other girl. I don't really think it's funny. Like, you as a man obviously find it really funny because you're probably creeping on every girl that walks by on the street.
I will admit, if I see a good-looking
well,
girl
women
on the
don't
street,
do that.
Women do that.
No, they don't do that. I don't do that. I just keep my eye on my man. Like, I think that this is I actually think it's a bit of a strange conversation to be having about people looking at other people because
it's
if you're looking at other people, you're not happy in your relationship. And
it's a natural human instinct to find other people attractive.
Now you sound like Mammy.
Well, if Mammy said that, then Mammy's right.
Well, no, because if you're in love with someone, what part of this are you not getting? That if you're in love with somebody, you will not have eyes for anybody else.
Stephen, you wanted to get in on this. How are you, Stephen?
All right, again, yeah.
Good, Stephen.
Hiya, Stephen. How are you?
Good morning, Lisa. How are you?
You're not trying to perv on me now over the phone, are you?
Oh,
seriously?
Yeah. No, I'm a married man. Happy man.
My fella wouldn't like that now. I'd be very upset over that.
Well, I don't think you'd like it. Listen,
no.
You're a bit of a bunny boiler, Lisa.
No, not at all. I'm just a normal woman.
Not at all. Listen, your fella can't go anywhere. Listen, your fella can't go anywhere like a holiday.
That's all I am, a good-looking woman.
Oh, that's terrible. Your poor fella.
You know what he sings to me? Do you know that song? When a man loves a woman. He just sing that to me to tell me that he loves me.
Oh, you're a diamond in a goat's arse, Lisa. You know that?
I don't even know what that means. Why think all you men need to start looking after you or wives?
Stay there for a second.
You're a
good
beaut.
God. Who's online? Who's that? Oh, I thought it said something else. I thought it started with an N. Robbie, you're on 98 FM. How are you, Robbie?
Not bad in yourself.
Good, Robbie. Very quickly.
Robbie, what's the story?
Not bad. You don't be on me up now. We'll be telling your husband all about you.
You what?
You don't be on me up now. We'll be telling your husband all about you.
Oh, no, I don't do that because I actually love my husband. I keep my eyes in my head where they belong.
Anyway, go on, Robbie, very quickly.
No, I love my wife. You sound like my wife now. Myself and my wife, you kind of, you have the conversations at home, who's your fancy out of the stars and this, that, and whatever, it's just a bit of clean fun.
Bit of a weird one.
I think it's a natural thing. If you see something nice, you're going to look at it.
I think so as well. I think it's human instinct.
And,
Lisa, the point being, there's a difference between looking and doing something about it.
No, there's no difference because you're thinking it. You're thinking about having sex with that person.
No, not necessarily. No.
And, Robbie, can I ask you, when did your wife start letting herself go that you need to look at other women? Is that the problem?
Wow, you're very full of a lot of things there, aren't you, that I wanted to mention on air. But
I think that men go and look for other things when they start to become unhappy in their relationship. They start to seek something more.
Your problem, I think, is you're talking when you should be listening for a second. Now, let me explain something to you.
You're a bit misogynistic now, aren't you?
There you go. You just can't help yourself, can you?
Okay, Robbie, because I'm actually out of time here. You think it's perfectly normal and perfectly natural to look at...
of course it is.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Men are perverts.
Men are perverts.
Well, that's what it comes down to. Men are big, dirty perverts, only thinking with their big sexual minds.
Oh, thanks, Lisa. Goodbye. This is 98 FM's Dublin Talks.
98 FM's Dublin Talks.
With Adrian Kennedy.
We're live every morning from 10. Only on